Well, did it? I actually did it. I can honestly say that I played the entirety of Fallout 3 and didn't die once. By entirety, I mean the main quest, with a few little bits here and there, but generally just the main quest. So I would say that the experiment was a grand success, and indeed, if you do play carefully and methodically, you know enough about the game to be quite savvy with it, or vaguely competent, as I put myself, then yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Great success. I mean, I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this Let's Play as much as I enjoyed making it, because this was so much fun to make. I mean, it might have been the most fun Let's Play I've done so far for me, because the not dying adds a completely new element to the gameplay. Absolutely completely changes the way you play the game entirely, and I totally recommend that other Let's Players, and indeed just other players, try and play games like this, because it really does add a... my adrenaline's pumping now, because I was so terrified that I would get hit by an artillery barrage at that very last bit, and I would have been so gutted, and I imagine you guys would be too. But yeah, it was great. It was great. All in all, I think it went. I think I played the game pretty well. I think I made it pretty damn well. There was only once actually that I really almost died, and that was after Little Lamplight, where I ran out of stim packs and was going back to Megaton. Almost died there. Almost. Oh, I was so close. If I didn't add that stealth boy, whatever it's called, in my pack, I would have died then. But I did, and thank God I saw that. Thank God I saw that. Other than that, I mean, I think that it was relatively easy, to be honest. There were only a couple bits where I thought, oh, hang on, I might almost die here, type thing. I was careful. I kept eating food to keep my health on max. I was very liberal with the stim packs. I don't think my health dropped by under half very often at all. I wouldn't have changed much at all. I don't think I could have done it on hard difficulty. I played it on medium. I'll put that in the description of the videos. Or default, whatever it is. But I think it was a good difficulty to go with, because it still had me on edge. I think with hard I would have died. And I think that if I would have leveled up any more, then I would have died. I think that I played it pretty well to get my level to the state where it was, so I was pretty kick-ass, and then didn't go past that, so there was, like, really horrible stuff around that would have killed me easily, really, because I know they're out there. I'm not sure what level they kick in, but those albino rat scorpions and whatever else, yeah, not good, not good. So I'm glad that I avoided those. Obviously, the way that the not dying thing changed how I played the game. That was obvious that was going to happen, and I think that I adapted my style pretty well. And I'm really, really pleased with this end result. It did leave a little bad taste in the mouth at the end when I had Forks go in there, and he was like, "I think your destiny lies in there," and stuff. And also at the last intro movie where I said a true hero goes in there. I don't really buy that though, because he did survive. He went in there and he was kicking the machine. It wasn't affecting him whatsoever. So it was a much better option than me going in there when I would have died. And the reason I say would have died is because even though I have Broken Steel installed, I'm not going to play it. That's why I cut the video off where I did. So that we didn't see that and it just wreck everything, So yeah, I think it was the right decision to make, to bring Fox along at the end and have him go in there. It made sense from a character perspective that you meet Fox outside of Raven Rock and he says, "Can I come with you?" You're not going to say, "Get lost." At least my character wouldn't, It was really nice seeing him. You're like, "Yeah, come on then." So yeah, all in all, that's good. You know, I'm pretty damn pleased with that. Pretty damn pleased with the whole thing. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed watching it. I guess if you haven't enjoyed watching it, then you wouldn't be watching this bit. So I'm pleased that you've enjoyed it then. And yeah, hell of a ride. Hell of a ride. Must have been about, maybe, I guess we might be over 100 videos now. About 100 videos, I reckon. Recording it in sets was a good idea, where I was honest about where I'm going to stop and start. I think that was a much better way of approaching this Let's Play. And I've approached it very honestly, and can honestly say that there was no like editing that I didn't explain because the game crashed or it froze. The freezing was due to it trying to use like 2 cores or something. It was a custom. It was something to do with, like, you know, technology moving on, and it couldn't utilize all the cores in my CPU, so it, you know, I made it use one by changing something in the ini file, and my keyboard stopped freezing as well. Strangely enough, when I changed the batteries, even though I said it wasn't the batteries, so it must have been the batteries. Whoops, must have been dodgy batteries in it that I put in last time. So I can honestly say that I've done that, and I'm really pleased that I got through the whole thing. I'm especially pleased that like it was a good length. But then again, if I'd have died at like episode 20, for example, I would have thought twice about uploading this, because it wouldn't have been pointless. I guess I would have uploaded it, to be fair, because I like being honest in my approach to Let's Playing. You know, I don't have any pride in my gaming skill. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to have fun with the games, to remind people that games are fun, to be played for fun. And you know, if I did die, get killed, you know, it would have been that's the way it would have went, you know. And I suspect that if I played it on hard mode or increased the difficulty a little bit, then I think it would have happened. I remember it said, like, if you increase the difficulty, you get more experience. Surely that's a bad thing, because then, like, even more harder things come along and they're even harder to kill. So I'm not too sure about that, honestly. I'd prefer that the harder difficulty would just, you know, things are harder to kill, fair enough, but don't give me more experience for it, because that's leveling up. I wouldn't say leveling up is bad, it's more inconvenient, because you get those overlords. That's it, super mutant overlords. That are really, as I remember, really just horrible to fight, because they take so much to kill, and you get barely anything off them. Especially, like, as I say, in albino rad scorpions and whatever else there is, I forget, because it's been a couple of years since I played this game, and I've remembered quite a bit of it, to be fair. But I have been playing New Vegas as well, so obviously the controls are very similar, if not identical, with that and the look and the feel of the game. So you know, that helps me going into this. But the specifics of like the quests and stuff were mostly lost on me. It was just towards the end there that it all started kicking in my memory, and you thought, right, now you go after, because I didn't expect after I got the Gek to be captured. But as soon as that happened, as soon as I heard that noise, you would have noticed that I froze after I got the Gek and, you know, the Enclave take you, and I had this realization in my brain. That's what it is, a brain. That, oh right, then they take you, you escape, you talk to the president, then you go assault the place, and then, you know, you make your choice about going in the chamber or not. And so, yeah, that was sort of a eureka moment for me, that we're almost there, you know. So yeah, not sure how many sessions that was, maybe about 8 altogether, maybe a little more, but it's been damn fun to play. Can't stress that enough. I've really looked forward actually to coming home and playing this, and now I will get to uploading it, because I'll start uploading it pretty soon, because my Let's Play of Oblivion is gonna end soon, so I'll have to get that uploaded, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Yeah, Hope so, because I mean it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And this game is fantastic. I rate this game like twice the game of what Oblivion is. Um, it's I wouldn't say it's near perfect, but it's a damn bloody good goddamn game. Is Fallout 3. I'm not going to compare it against New Vegas. Not going to get into that debate, but Fallout 3 is brilliant for just the feel of the game, you know, and the way that like at the end, towards the end in the Enclave in Raven Rock, where all those knives and forks will fall through the grates from the canteen, just little touches like that Bethesda is so good at, and a little bit of humour as well, you know, and but all the little dioramas, like if you go into a house, you see like a family, you know, around a table, or you see like a kid like lying in a cot. There's like a bear next to him, you know, all those hand-placed things that make the world seem so alive and yet so utterly barren and dead. But it gives you that sort of human feel that, you know, this was once a living, breathing world. You know, it's not just full of rubble and debris. There was actually like there's dead bodies there that when I was going through, was it Vault, the one with the Gek anyway, with the super mutants, and you find these piles of bodies. And they're not just piles of bodies, because you might expect to find that, but you know, you've got one with like a spade and one with a butter knife, you know, and it's you can see by the debris everywhere around them that, you know, it's a little diorama. It tells a story of this is where they had their last stand against the super mutants, and obviously they lost and were devoured horribly. And that really adds a lot to the game. VATS also is a brilliant system. I think they did it very well, converting it from the 2D isometric tactical shooter, basically, of what Fallout 1 and 2 and Tactics were, and bringing it into a first-person thing. It's worked really well bringing it into a first-person. Normally, if I was an old-school Fallout fan, which I'm not, I'll admit, I'm not saying they're bad games, I just haven't really played them yet, but if I was like a fan of the old games, 1, 2 and possibly Tactics as well, then, and I heard, oh good, they're making a Fallout 3 and they're making it into a first person shooter style, I would have been like, oh, they're just gonna ruin it, gonna wreck it. Whether they have or not is a matter of debate. But I think most would agree that the end result of Fallout 3 was bloody brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I regret not... Well, don't regret, but it's unfortunate that we couldn't have more music in the Let's Play. 2 reasons I didn't do that. The first one was primarily because I didn't want it distracting me. I didn't want to be, you know, going around the wasteland, you know, humming a merry tune to myself, and then suddenly... Deathclaw, you know, because I wasn't paying attention, slicing my face off and devouring me. That would have been a bit of a regret for me, especially if it like happened on episode 78 or something, where I was like, you know, it would have been a regret regardless. But also because copyright, you know, on YouTube, they can see the music in your videos, and sometimes they're like, right, no audio for you. That would have sucked. So that's why I didn't. 2 reasons why I didn't include the music. But I do love the music, and it really adds just this surreal feel to the game to have songs like this from the 40s and the 30s playing while you're, you know, in this sort of futuristic setting, blowing, you know, killing mutants and raiders and such. Brilliant. Which just it's really fun game to play, and I'm amazed that I didn't pick it up again for any length of time after I finished it the first time. But then again, I did go on to New Vegas, and there are other games as well out there, you know. Plus, I think it was just about when I stopped playing it the first time that I started Let's Playing, and that does change the way you play games as Let's Playing, because you play games you wouldn't normally play. Well, that's not true, but you play them more often. So like this, I mean, I've played this. This didn't take very long to record at all. We're talking maybe 2 weeks of recording, maybe like once every 2 days or whatever for an hour and a half. I wouldn't normally play a game like that. Back in the day before I started Let's Playing, I wouldn't play a game for an hour and a half. You know, I'd play it for longer. But now I think it's better to Let's Play a game because you get so much more enjoyment out of it, because you know that you're sharing your experience with others, and also because you play it in little batches. You know, it's little and often. You know, which is good. You don't ruin it for yourself. If you play a game too much, you get bored of it and you overkill it, and it's too much of a good thing, and you just I don't want to play it anymore. So you don't really get that with Let's Playing, because I keep having to stop because I get tired after an hour and a half. I'll get tired, and so I've got to stop, convert the videos, and then maybe the day after or the day after that I'll launch into it again, fresh and ready and full of energy, and have a jolly good time, and then I have to stop and start again. It's that cycle. I think that's what makes Let's Playing so addictive for Let's Players, is that they get so much enjoyment out of the games that they play from sharing them and from playing them in little spots, because it makes you keep going. It does. It makes you want to finish the story because you've got people interested in it, and hopefully, I'm being sort of semi-confident that there are some people out there among my subscriber base who would think this was a good idea, and that are still here watching me now, even though I'm joining up for a while because these crates are freaking long. But yeah, I'm confident there are people out there watching this who are interested in this and think it's was a good idea and was a good Let's Play. And it's nice to have that. It keeps you going, you know, and it's nice to share your experiences. And if the people watching enjoy your experiences, then all the better, you know. We're into the special thanks now, so hopefully the credits are going to end soon. Because they've been going on for well over 10 minutes now, I think, and I've been waffling on for far too long. So I'm going to start recapping now and say that this was a fantastic Let's Play, and, well, I sound all, you know, high and mighty. I really enjoyed playing this Let's Play, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed playing, because it was really good to play, really enjoyable, and it was fantastic. It really was, and I hope that my enjoyment of it came through in the videos. Yeah, it was fantastic, it really was. So I may do something like this again. I know people are going to ask me, are you going to do another Ironman Let's Play? Possibly. I don't know what sort of game would suit it. I know I'll get suggestions, but it's a fine line. I don't want to overdo something, so I might leave it for a little bit, and then if I feel inspired, then I will, because this was like didn't plan this, you know, this was just a off-the-cuff sort of, it was a spontaneous sort of decision. I'm going to try and do this, see if I can do this, because I really wanted to play the game again. Alright, so that was the credits, and I guess it's time for me, Verax, to say goodbye, farewell. I hope you enjoyed it. That has been Fallout 3 by Bethesda. Fantastic game, and you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and see you next time, I hope. Toodaloo.